morning. It's Friday, November 5th. And this is a story I love. This is the story of a name is Edward Durr, a commercial truck driver who spent $153 on his campaign to win a seat in the New Jersey State Senate. And he upset the longest-running state Senate president in New Jersey history. This guy won the election by spending $153 and sending out lots of paper flyers during his campaign. No TV, no high-priced campaign funding. All the videos I saw of Durr, he didn't wear anything fancy. He walked around in shorts and a t-shirt. And he just stated his case. He just stated what he thought was going on in Jersey and how inactive Sweeney had been as the state Senate president. And there are things that had to be fixed in New Jersey. And that's what Durr pointed out. Durr was against the mandates. He basically took an anti-vaxxers position in some cases. But nevertheless, his presentation registered with the people of New Jersey because he didn't look like a politician. In fact, in his video, he just says, "Get out and vote for me," and he gets on his motorcycle and he drives away. And he's doing this in front of his house, which didn't look much more than like a trailer. So I can tell you that the Democrats in New Jersey are fed up with the politics there probably, and the Democrats around the country have to be worried now with the 2022 election that's coming up soon. So this is, I think this is a bigger upset than losing the governorship in Virginia for the Democrats. That's an indication that there's a lot going on in this country that the Democrats have not prepared for. I am not saying that the Republicans are doing everything right. It's more that the Democrats are doing everything wrong. And they are showing the nation how divided they are and how poorly they are organized and how they can't come together as a party. And I think that is resonating with many people who wouldn't normally vote Republican. I admit that we have millions of independents, but it seems to me that those independents are now leaning toward the Republicans. And I think that is just a bad thing, just because of the way the Republicans have been acting over the past couple of years. You know, I was honest and pretty open and willing to listen to anybody that had anything good to say. But we haven't found that in this country. We haven't found that. And I'm glad Durr won. I am glad he won. Because if you take a look at the amount of money that we piss away in campaign funding, and the Supreme Court that allowed a case to go through and declared that a corporation is an individual, maybe we will see from this gentleman, Edward Durr, who's a man looks like in his 60s, raised 3 kids in Jersey. A regular guy, you could call him if you saw the pictures of him, If a man like he can upset a veteran in the state legislature, a man who was president of the state legislature, there's hope in this country to take a look around and have more people step out of the woods, out of the shadows, and run campaigns without raising billions of dollars. And where does that money go? That money goes to the media, the news media, the TV stations. Pretty soon, if people are smart, they can run a YouTube campaign. And you could win an election by getting people to watch you somehow. Because I don't know how Durr got his little clips out in the open for people to see. The articles I was reading about that didn't indicate how he got those messages to the public beyond sending out paper flyers or walking door to door and talking to people. But anyhow, he got his message across, and he shows that there are people in this country that pay attention. And there are people in this country who are upset with the way it's running. So even though I know deep in my heart that 80% of the voters don't care, they vote the party line anyhow. But occasionally there's a glimmer of hope. And Edward Durr is the glimmer of hope in this country. Unfortunately, this could be a death knell for the Democrats, because if they don't recognize the fact that a truck driver without any political experience can beat a Democratic candidate, that means an awful lot in the overall picture of this country. It means that people are fed up with the Democrats right now. Fed up after 1 year in the presidency. And why are they fed up? They're certainly not fed up because the Republicans have raised their mantra and they're doing such a great job. The people are fed up with the Democrats because of the infighting and the lack of ability to coalesce into a unified fighter. This split they will wake up too late. And then you could have 4 more years of Trump. Think about that. 4 more years of Trump. And if it's not 4 more years of Trump, it could be 4 more years of a Trump accolade. So I say to you right now, in looking at the landscape that has been presented in this election day, it is not a nice, smooth road for the Democrats at all. And if this doesn't spur them to action, to get these bills passed, to get everything running quickly and correctly, quickly is not good enough. Correctly is the way it should be. If we don't get our money's worth out of these trillions of dollars of spending that they want to do, that will be another failure. So let's get to work, Democrats. You have to do something right. As I look at this picture, I have my doubts about that. I really don't think progressives and the moderates have their head on straight. My hat's off to Edward Durr. Even though his political opinions are a little bit too far to the right. He's anti-abortion, he's for carrying guns and things like that. But he ran a smart campaign with very little support monetarily. And I give him a lot of credit for that. That's all I have for this morning. And I will see you tomorrow. Bye.